I guess the first thing is kind of looking at Hawaii. Obviously, we were kind of talking about with Ben, their ability to kind of run the ball and get the quarterback moving around. What stands out to you about their offense?
They have a very physical offensive line. We've seen offensive linemen physical back then, but especially watching film, seeing their centers, they have experience from the center spot. Their left and right tackle has a lot of experience against us as well. They're really physical front. They have a really physical back, so it's going to really rely on the defensive line, on our movements to be crisp, for our technique to be crisp. So it's going to be a tough challenge for us this week.
Avalos kind of said, he kind of wants the D line to step up. That maybe you guys haven't been performing as well the last maybe 2 weeks as they would like. Have you guys taken that as a bit of a challenge this week?
Yeah, we've been harping on technique all week. We need to get back to doing the little things, what we've been doing since day one of spring ball. All the coaches, all the defensive coaches, even Coach Harsin put a challenge on us to return back to what we've been doing, and I feel like Sam Mack, Elliott, me, and Jabro really took that in. So we're going to definitely show out this next upcoming game.
Their starting O-line, I think, averages about 305. Your guys' defensive front is around 260. It's kind of the same as what BYU was, but you guys play pretty well against them. Do you look forward to taking on those kinds of challenges?
Oh, always. It's definitely fun going against people much bigger than us. It's definitely a challenge the majority of the time, but we just have to go back to playing with the technique that Coach Caldwell's been trying to harp on us about. So if we play with technique, it definitely wouldn't be. It's going to be tough anyways, but the challenge would be less.
Only one sack the last 2 games, and it was on the last play of the game. Is it just because of the mobile quarterbacks, or were you guys having trouble getting more pressure in those games?
Yeah, I think it's because of mobile quarterbacks. We need to work on this week. We've been stressing on tagging off on the quarterback instead of running by him, making sure we tag off on his hip, so we know that in the game we'll be in that position to make that play.
How do mobile quarterbacks kind of change things though too? I mean, like lanes and stuff. I mean, a priority to make sure you have.
Yeah, they change so much, especially like practice. I mean, when we're practicing, we don't obviously get the best looks with the quarterback running and all, but going into the game, our main push was to make sure he was in the pocket the majority of the time. But when we ended up doing that last week, we just we couldn't finish when we got to him, but that's why we're definitely stressing it this week. Even though he's not that mobile of a quarterback, he could watching past films, he's going to try and use his legs a lot more against us.
You kind of talked about you 4 starting defensive linemen kind of trying to take a step up, and I know Coach Caldwell's kind of told you guys a bunch. He's always tried to build the depth, but maybe that's just how this team's going to be. That you 4 guys are going to be carrying the weight a lot. How much do you guys put that on yourselves to be those guys and be in there almost every snap?
Yeah, we have 3 games left. We really don't care at this point. They could keep us in for all 81 snaps, 90 snaps. We're going to be in there the majority of the time. Me, Sam, Elliott, we don't, at this point, just keep, if we're being productive and we're stopping them 3 and outs, then they should keep us in the whole time. But we still have a lot of faith in the guys behind us. They're doing a great job in practice now. They really taking it in as well. So they got a chip on their shoulder as well. It wasn't being challenged wasn't only for us, but it was for the secondary guys too.
You feel like you guys up front are logging more snaps maybe than the beginning of the season. I know against BYU, you guys up front played a ton.
Yeah, we've it just goes back to trust. I mean, some of the guys do have to step up, but Sam Mack one game didn't come off the field, but he didn't. It didn't bother any of us. We were all ready to stay in, but it doesn't really matter, honestly.
Obviously, to win the Mountain West, your goal, you need Wyoming to lose a couple. How do you what's that like? How do you guys stay focused on taking care of your business, I guess, but also knowing that you need some help too?
We're just focused on what's coming up next. If we keep on winning, keep on that put a lot of pressure on Wyoming. Yeah, so we just got to focus on Hawaii, and right after Hawaii, we're going to another team, and if we keep winning, hopefully maybe Wyoming might slip by, maybe not.
Going back to their big O-lineman for a second, when you're going against a guy that outweighs you by 50, 60 pounds, what's the most important thing that you have to do?
Technique. It goes back to technique again, just out-leveraging the guy, making sure you're getting knocked back. I mean, if I'm shooting out my hips, getting knocked back, and I know that everybody else is doing their job, then that's all I could do.
Good.
Thank you.